Did you hear me?
No. What?
Look. Hospital. This is where we get off. Let's go, kiddo.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the final part of my playthrough
breeze,
of The
huh?
Last of Us. I hope you enjoyed it so far.
Like this, I just sit on my porch, pick away my.
And we have finally made it to Salt Lake City,
This whole thing,
where the fireflies are supposed to be.
Yeah, I reckon you'd really like that. What do you say, huh? Ellie, I'm talking to you.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, sure, that sounds great.
We can see that Ellie is not the same as she was previously. Seems like what happened to her during the winter segment of the game really left a mark on her.
God.
Now, one of the things that I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to this part of the game is that it just feels like there should have been one more little part
I dreamt about flying the other
before this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Go on, tell me about it.
So, I'm on this big plane full of people, and everyone is screaming and yelling because the plane's going down. So I walk to the cockpit, open the door, but there's no pilot. I try to use the controls, but I obviously have no clue how to fly a plane. And right before we crash, I wake up. I've never been on a plane. Isn't that weird?
Well, you know, dreams are weird.
Now, there is technically DLC for this game. It's like about an hour long. It's called Left Behind. I guess you could, like, I could have, it technically takes place before the winter segment of the game, but it kind of spoils a little bit of, stuff that happens later on. It makes me wonder if originally that was supposed to be included in the base game, but who knows. But again, you could theoretically, play that, or I could have rather played that.
There's that hospital, the fire.
But I'm probably going to
Come on, kiddo.
play it in a little bit, not immediately after this. I already have a game in mind for after this. It's a nice kind of a palate cleanse, I guess. It's actually technically a blind playthrough. I've never played the game before.
Maybe we cut through here, huh?
And I think it will be a nice change of pace after... change of style, rather. But still kind of keeping the tone that I want for this channel. What it is that I play and do on this channel. So, look for that very soon. It will probably either be coming out the week after this, or the same week as this, because this will be coming out on Monday, or the day when you finally watch this is when it will come out.
Well, we could use that
Or
ladder.
rather, the next thing that I upload after this will be that.
Here we go. Ellie? Ellie?
What?
The ladder. Come on.
Right.
Maybe I'll include a sneak peek at the end of this video if you want to find out what the next one is beforehand. You can watch all the way to the end. There'll be a little sneak peek that I feel only people who've played the game will know what it is. Maybe it'll leave you kind of guessing, who knows.
Oh my god.
Ellie! Ellie!
You gotta see this.
What is it?
What could it be indeed?
What the hell is...
Still amazing how good this game looks. Even though this came out about 6 years ago on the PS4, 7 years ago on the PS3. It's still such a great looking game.
You see this? Shh, don't scare it.
I won't. I
What are
won't.
you doing?
It's all right. Come here. Come here. Hey, hurry up. Come on.
So fucking cool. Where's it off to? Here, come on, let's go.
Slow down, kiddo.
Come on. Hurry up, come on, come on. Oh, man. Wow. Look at those things.
So, is everything you were hoping for?
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.
We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
What's the other option?
Go back to Tommy's. Just be done with this whole damn thing.
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing.
So something really interesting about that scene is that
But
you
there's
can
no
actually
halfway with
stay there
this.
for as long as you want.
Once we're done,
You
we'll go wherever
decide
you want,
when
okay?
to end that scene of
I ain't leaving without you.
Joel and Ellie looking
Let's
out
go
at the
wrap this up.
giraffes. You can be there for 5 seconds. You can be there for 30 minutes if you wanted to. There is no time limit on it. Another cool thing is that actually originally, I don't really, let me say, I don't know if it was an original idea or if it was just like one of the many concepts that they had. But I know that at some point they thought of putting a zebra in here, either in addition to the giraffes or instead of the giraffes.
Well, this place takes me back.
How so?
That was right after everything went down. I ended up in a triage just like this. And everywhere you looked, you just saw families torn apart. The whole damn world seemed to have turned upside down in a blink.
Is that after you lost Sarah?
Yes, it was.
I can't imagine losing someone you love like that. Losing everything that you know. I'm sorry, Joel.
That's okay, Ellie.
It's also interesting to see how much Joel has changed as a character. He's now fully comfortable talking about Sarah, which is a lot of character growth in a very short amount of time. Well, I guess a year isn't a short amount of time, but, you know, still an amount of time. I also don't understand why does it to give you the level 5 tools, like, right out of the bat with this area. I mean, this is the last area, and,
Alright.
you know, you can finish this whole area in about an hour. Why not just cap it at level 4 tools? Why did they have to add level 5 tools? Whew, excuse me. Sorry about the yawn there. Yeah, I just don't understand why they didn't just cap it at level 4. Because you're not going to be able to upgrade any weapon fully unless you just use that weapon.
Joel, I got something for you. Here. Maria showed this to me and I stole it. I hope you don't mind.
Well, no matter how hard you try, I guess you can't escape your past. Thank you.
And yet another touching moment between Ellie and Joel. Alright, we are very close to the hospital. Now, a quick thing. I want you to pay attention to this whole next area.
This time it's
Don't
gonna
do
be
what I
different.
did.
I just know it.
What do you mean?
They're gonna be there. The fireflies. I'm sure of it.
Try and be as conservative as you can through this whole part. Don't do what I did. Just as a heads up. I never really played video games with headphones before until doing some recording for this as well as the next one, and I kind of like it. I can understand why it is that people use it. Whew, sorry for that yawn. I can kind of understand why it is that people use it. So as you can see, there's a ton of infected here. There are a bunch of clickers, some runners. There's a ton of them in this area. So yeah, you can see I initially adopt a very stealthy approach that then very quickly is going to go out the window. I do okay for this first half and try and do this all the way through because there is another group of enemies. Don't do what I did.
Asshole.
But yeah, playing video games with headphones, I can understand why people do it now. I know it's like a sound thing. Like, especially if you play like a competitive first-person shooter, it allows you to hear an enemy as if they were actually behind you. So you can hear like footsteps and stuff, which is why there's like, I know in like Modern Warfare 2 there was the option that, or the perk to let you have quiet footsteps. So it seems like Molotov and then two
Stay quiet.
arrows is enough to take out a bloater, at least on normal difficulty. Again, I'm playing this on normal. That is one thing that, again, that I don't think I've talked about for the sequel, is that the difficulty options for it are amazing. You can have, so if you don't know what they let you do,
There's so many.
there's base difficulties for everything. So there's your standard easy, medium, hard, extra hard, basically. And I don't know if you have to beat the game first or if you can do this from the get-go, but you can then do custom difficulties. So you can change enemy behaviors, AI partner behaviors, the amount of items that you can get, how resilient the player character is, how your stealth is too, so you can basically have where like you're invisible if you're right in front of them, or you can have it where they're very alert, and if you come around a corner, you're just for sorry for the yawning, oh my goodness. If you come around a corner and they see you even for a second, that they can spot you. So I've been doing a custom difficulty that I feel is pretty, as close to realistic as you can get. I think personally, having never been in that scenario, but it's close to, like, it's pretty nice, and I really like that, and I hope that a lot of games in the future let you do things like that. Alright, so it's this part that I'm talking about that I royally mess up. I should have done my best to be as stealthy as I could through this section, which is honestly very difficult. If I still had arrows, I should have tried to take out the runners, and then from there try to do this a little bit more stealthy, you know, lure the clickers and blowers away. But that doesn't end up happening. But you do get a pretty epic fight scene, so I'll just let that play out.
Alright, you think you can shove that crate down?
Yeah, I just felt like with the music kicking in and everything that should just kind of be quiet and let you guys enjoy that action scene. I'm sure there's a very cinematic version of that out there somewhere, where someone just kept playing that part over and over and over and over and over again. I am sure that there's somebody out there who can give you a very cinematic scene with that. I am not that person, but I thought I did okay with that part.
We're good. I don't think they can reach us now.
Okay.
So yeah, that is honestly, it's one of the more
Watch your
memorable
step. That water looks pretty
parts
deep.
of this
Hey,
game.
that's what we can do once we're done.
Don't know if that's like
You can teach me how to swim.
a good thing or a bad thing, but I always remember that part, and I always, something about it makes it stick in my mind. But
I'm on the other side.
I think I know what makes it
Alright,
memorable.
Hold on.
But I will, you'll see. I believe that this is the last ladder puzzle of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, just stick to the edge. It's shallow over there.
Freezing!
Wonder how realistic the degradation or degradation. I don't know what the term is. How everything degraded very quickly.
Get that door.
I wonder what the like actual comparison between that is. Like if all of a sudden humanity just kind of vanished.
You okay?
Yeah. They just surprised me.
But it makes me wonder how
I can't wait for those things to be wiped out.
just how close it is. Like there was a History Channel, I guess, documentary speculation thing called Life After People, and it had to do with what ends up happening to the Earth, how it would, like, nature would reclaim everything. It's actually pretty interesting, just based on like how long certain structures last. So honestly, it was a very interesting. I don't think it was a series. I think it was just like an hour-long documentary thing,
This'll do just fine.
or a speculation piece. I don't know what the correct term is, but that is definitely something that I always thought was interesting. That or
Hey, look.
there was another,
There it is.
I think, Discovery Channel documentary. I believe that one was called Life After People, and it was like humanity leaves Earth, and they send back probes to see like how animals ended up evolving in the future. It's very interesting. That and Alien Planet. Like, I wonder who it is that they consult for that stuff. That, and then the, how the cordyceps fungus, spreads. Like, how would that end up being done if that was in real life? Would we get kind of the same thing? I know that I think it's the CDC. They do one of their like scenarios in order to prepare for like a pandemic is a zombie virus. I believe that they've run that, or that's like one of their practice scenarios. Makes me wonder what their thing is. If you're looking for good zombie literature, World War Z is fantastic. That has to do with survivors of a zombie apocalypse. It was like a 10-year-long war against the zombies. And how society's rebuilding afterwards and like the changes to it. It's actually really, really good. It's by Max Brooks. Check that out. There's another one called Empire. I don't know who wrote that one off the top of my head. But that has to do with very similar kind of society thing to The Last of Us. Except they're normal zombies, but they can't die no matter what. Also, the Grim Reaper comes back to Earth in order to reclaim zombies. Because they don't actually die. Technically, I'm not wrong about that being the last, that previous puzzle being the last ladder puzzle, because we have to use this as a plank. And I was so set in using that as a plank, I just realized I did a really dumb thing. But this is how I solved that puzzle, and I'm technically not wrong. You can just climb up it because it's a ladder. No, I decided to swim back under. And here's the thing: is that's what I did in my practice run too. Watching this back as you're doing commentary, you kind of laugh at the dumb things that you do. But yeah, it's anyway, it's a book called Empire, and that's what it has to do with. Is has to deal with the zombie plague. And this dude is trying to control the zombies, and it's a really interesting book. There's Feed, which is a very interesting take on RSS feed, or just Feed. That has to do with there's just a regular virus that I believe it cures the common cold and it cured cancer. Or it's two separate viruses that ended up creating a virus that does those two things, but one of the side effects is that you turn into a zombie if your base viral load exceeds the standard amount. And there's other interesting side effects and stuff that can happen as a result of this virus. It's a really good story, and it has to do with journalists and the presidential election and stuff. It's very interesting. And then Patient Zero by Jonathan Marbury is also very good. So I was trying to jump there, but I didn't do that, and instead I just kind of let me climb up right here instead. So we've gotten some rapids, so we gotta be real careful going around these.
Okay, come on, jump.
You're gonna catch me?
I got you. See? You didn't even need me.
Let's get the hell off this thing.
So again, heavy rapids, we gotta be careful here.
Ellie, move!
Hands in the air!
She's not breathing.
Hands in the fucking air!
Come on, man.
Welcome to the Fireflies. Sorry about that. They didn't know who you were.
And Ellie?
She's all right. They brought her back. You came all this way. How'd you do it?
It was her. She fought like hell to get here. Maybe it was meant to be.
I lost most of my crew crossing the country. I pretty much lost everything. And then you show up, and somehow we find you just in time to save her. Maybe it was meant to be.
Take me to her.
You don't have to worry about her anymore. We'll take care
I
of her.
worry. Just let me see her, please.
You can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
The hell do you mean, surgery?
The doctors tell me the cordyceps, the growth inside her, has somehow mutated. It's why she's immune. Once they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine. A vaccine.
But it grows all over the brain.
It does.
Find someone else.
There is no one else.
Listen, you were gonna show me where she...
Stop. I get it. But whatever it is you think you're going through right now is nothing to what I have been through. I knew her since she was born. I promised her mother I would look after her.
Then why are you letting this happen?
Because this isn't about me, or even her. There is no other choice here.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that bullshit.
March him out of here. He tries anything, shoot him. Don't waste this gift, Joe.
Get up. I said get up. Go on. Move. I said move. Give me an excuse. Which way? What the fuck are you doing? Keep walking. I said keep walking. Where was the operating room? I ain't got time for this. Where? Where? Top floor, the far end.
Alright, we are on our way to get Ellie. So this is what I meant when I say, do not do what I did. Which was waste all of the ammunition for your guns besides the shotgun. And I think I have a couple pistol bullets. That's it. Now, granted, you do get a gun in this last part. They give you one of the assault rifles if you kill one of the the fireflies that has an assault rifle, they will give it to you. And it basically just makes this whole, or it's supposed to make this part easier, because they do throw a lot of heavily armored enemies at you. However, I find that it does not make it easy, and that basically no matter what, this whole part is just a pain in the ass. It is a pain in the ass, and I died too many times. Now, it could just be that I suck at this part. It could also be that this is supposed to be a stealth and horror-based shooter, fighting weaker enemies where you mainly only have a couple of bullets, and then they decide to make it into a full-blown third-person shooter right at the end of the game. Or it could just be that I'm terrible at this game. You be the judge of that. But I'm also just terrible at this last part of the game. It is very, very difficult. It's a huge spike in difficulty, no matter what. And I don't know how people can make it past this on Survivor. Or Grounded. If you've ever played this game and you've made it past this point on Grounded, you're one of, like, the video game gods amongst men. That's just insane. Because it is painfully difficult to get through this even on normal. This part I never remember. But the part with all the clickers and stuff, I always remember that part. And I think it's because I always screw myself over and use all of my ammo for all of my guns. Granted, they do give you, like, a lot of high-powered rounds. But if you miss your headshots, it kind of is, the point is kind of moot when it comes to that, right? Because if you suck at the game and you can't aim, then they give you high-powered ammo no matter what. Also, that dude saw me through a wall, so that's cool.
Whoa!
Also, you want to make sure that you're able to make a an instant kill weapon, because otherwise this is a pain in the ass. Really wish I hadn't gotten rid of my axe, because that would have made this part a little bit easier. Oh well. The other thing is I have no health kits too. If I had a couple health kits, this would have gone differently. Here I thought I was doing A-okay. Up until I decided to move.
Got visuals on the smuggler.
Again, if I had a health kit, different story. Also, if I could aim worth a damn, but... See, it's like that guy dodged out of the way. So, as usual, I'm gonna cut to when I'm actually able to make it past this part. Because I died like 6 times. So I think they actually ended up giving me a little bit extra health too. Because they were like, oh, You forgot a med kit? Let's help you out here, buddy. And I remember I have one arrow.
What the hell?
Again, the shotgun in this game. It's like you're trying to kill them with rock salt. It's like a BB gun. Like, you get nothing. And again, I keep checking because I'm like, oh, I really hope that I can make that med kit. I just really dislike this whole part of the game. Because again, they make it... This is not a third-person tactical shooter. This is... But smoke bombs do come in handy right here. If you're able to distract them,
Let's check over here.
and then just keep running, and definitely make sure you duck behind this desk. Again, still cannot craft a single medkit, but I can make some more smoke bombs, and that ends up saving my ass. Also, you might be like, Alan, you haven't died in a minute. It's because I ran the wrong way. That's why. If you just rush at that guy, which I think is what they expect you to do. Don't be terrible and miss him 3 times. Just take him out with your baseball bat. Did they just give me a better, like, melee weapon suddenly? I just noticed that. I think they did. Or I crafted it and I didn't realize I did. But I'm pretty certain they just gave me that because I died too many times. And here's a little bit of a controversial recording.
April 28th. Marlene was right. The girl's infection is like nothing I've ever seen. The cause of her immunity is uncertain. As we've seen in all past cases, the antigenic titers of the patient's cordyceps remain high in both the serum and the cerebrospinal fluid. Blood cultures taken from the patient rapidly grow cordyceps and fungal media in the lab. However, white blood cell lines, including percentages and absolute counts, are completely normal. There is no elevation of pro-inflammatory cytokines, and an MRI of the brain shows no evidence of fungal growth in the limbic regions, which would normally accompany the prodrome of aggression in infected patients. We must find a way to replicate this state under laboratory conditions. We're about to hit a milestone in human history equal to the discovery of penicillin. After years of wandering in circles, we're about to come home, make a difference, and bring the human race back into control of its own destiny. All of our sacrifices and the hundreds of men and women who've bled for this cause, or worse, will not be in vain.
So that is a recording that really up until the sequel came out kind of caused a lot of controversy. I really wish that I had a shiv. Really wish I did. I couldn't remember if there's any enemies in this part. There aren't. But yeah, that's a recording that, depending on how you interpret what the doctor's saying, can kind of change the ending for you. Now, granted, since the sequel came out, they do kind of confirm the proper way to interpret that. Still can't make a medkit. But again, depending on how you interpret that, the ending might be a little bit different for you. I don't want to say specifically what, though.
Yeah, that's it. I'm coming, Ellie.
Alright, so same thing. I died like 15 times, so I'm just gonna show you my
There's something over there! Who's over there?
my really bad attempt and then the time that I finally get through. So
Check over that way. You're with us!
alright, successful attempt. It ends up working out pretty well for me here. So you want to sneak around here. The guy out, and I really thought right here this would be the end of me. Really thought, oh boy, I'm gonna die yet again. And somehow it is not. Somehow I survived that hail of bullets.
Oh, shit!
Again, sheer dumb luck.
That should buy me some time. Jesus.
What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her. This is our future. Don't come any closer. I mean it.
Fucking animal!
Carrie, shut the hell up.
Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you. Oh, shit. Shit. I'm getting you out of here, girl. I got you. I got you. Come on. Tell me which way. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. I said get back! Hey, what's up? Hey!
You can't save her. Even if you get her out of here, then what? How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want. And you know it. Look. You can still do the right thing here. She won't feel anything.
hell am I wearing?
Just take it easy. Drugs are still wearing off.
What happened?
We found the fireflies. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. People that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done 'em a damn bit of good, neither. They've stopped looking for a cure. I'm taking us home. I'm sorry.
Wait! Let me go. Please.
You just come after her. Well, looks like we're walking. Should be a straight shot through here.
And so Joel did what he had to do to rescue Ellie.
Yeah.
So again, just give that recording a
I don't
listen.
want your head going through.
If you've already played the sequel, you know what the correct interpretation is, but if you have not played it yet, just think about that,
I don't think I ever told you, but
that recording.
Sarah and I used to take hikes like this. I think the two of you would have been good friends. I think you really would have liked her. I know she'd have liked you.
I bet I would have.
Oh. Down there. Just a little bit further now. There, I got you. Give me your hand. All right, come on.
Hey, wait. Back in Boston? Back when I was bitten? I wasn't alone. My best friend was there. And she got bit too. We didn't know what to do. So, she says, let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you... No matter what, you keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear
but
to
it's-
me, Swear to me that everything that you've said about the fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
And that is it. Thank you to all who stopped by to watch my playthrough of The Last of Us. Still a fantastic game. Even if you didn't like the sequel, still a fantastic game. I personally, I like the sequel a little bit more, but one of the rare ones. But yeah, so that is it. If you want more content like this, please consider subscribing. Feel free to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. And my next gameplay, the next Let's Play, that is going to be coming out very soon after this video is posted. Probably same week. If you want a little sneak previews to what that will be, I'm going to leave you a little something at the end of the video, so feel free to watch through the credits for that little sneak peek. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Thank you.